Let me start with a short video which address both climate change and aging challenges. Would you kindly start the video? So I just introduced a video from the zip line. I think some of you might have heard of the name, but the drone-based medical supply chain business started in Africa and expanded to remote islands, even in the developed countries like US and Japan, as you just see the video from Japan. This is so-called reverse innovation. The drones were not considered as a typical age tech. However, this can help developing countries leapfrog with mitigating climate change and aging, with saving costs for infrastructure in rural areas. Data shows that the drone can deliver medical supplies with 97% fewer carbon emissions to a remote island in Nagasaki, where the G7 Health Ministers meeting was just organized last month. One of the largest trading company, which is called Toyota Tsusho, is running the zip line business in a remote island in Japan and delivers not only medical products, but also bento boxes and the other essentials to the elderly people. Why can we regard as this drone as an AgeTech? The remote islands where the company is running the business has very high aging rate and has shortage of labor, as you can imagine. The elderly in the islands have double burden. One is limited access to healthcare, and the second is typhoon. Health and climate are deeply interlinked. Every summer, Japan has roughly 20 or more typhoons, and they can cause flooding and make it extremely difficult for the elderly people to go to a hospital, pharmacy, or even grocery store, which may also have scarce food stock during the flooding time. Besides drones, there are traditional age tech which can assist both the elderly and healthcare workers. Those who participated in this event last year, you saw these technologies, but one of the Japanese long-term care facilities already implemented remote sensing systems, integrated health information systems, and the physical support cyborgs and robots. These devices can be expensive. However, these people-centered technologies may increase efficiency of healthcare workers and reduce mental burden for both the elderly and caretakers, especially during nighttime. I can talk more about these technologies if interested after my presentation. I'll be around here until noon. All of the fun part of my presentation is over. However, I hope you enjoy my presentation ahead as well. Please allow me to share something important, not only for the public sector, but also private sector running age tech businesses. A success of age tech business cannot be realized without a whole ecosystem, as you can see in the chart. This framework, we call it FIRE framework, Finance, Innovation, Regulation, and Evaluation. This FIRE framework, which we, World Bank proposed, would help you analyze market potential of your age tech work. Your age tech business is more likely to success where all the 4 elements are well considered. If you are interested, please go to the full report from the QR code later. This is an example of the analysis on Japan's success in promoting age tech. You can use the framework to analyze your targeted market, and if you found one of these, any of these are missing, you might want to work with public sector, lobby, and evaluate if your age tech meet demands from various perspectives. A good news is aging society is promised future, as you can see, meaning there should be an increased demands in general. As you can see, the map, it's really important to take a look at the where it's aging rapidly, and even in the areas which is still in the blue color, the areas are all aging is a promised future. So I think you might take a look at the rate of aging rate in those countries as well when you run a business, not only for the age tech, but also the non-communicable diseases business as well. And then this is another chart of increased longevity. As you can imagine, we are all aging, but our kids can be live longer than us. So this is very important to take it into account as well. And also this slide showed how the population pyramid are changing. So if you take a look at the population, the change in the population pyramid in each countries or in each area, I think it might be interesting to think about your business in a specific field as well. So my previous speakers talk about the NCDs, non-communicable diseases like cancer, and then integration of the healthcare, clinical care. So the burden of the NCD is increasing, as you can see, because of the aging. Part of the reason is the aging, and the burden of chronic illness is growing, and the elder people are more likely to need long-term care, which would affect health financing at the macroeconomic level, and they require more long-term care workforce. This is data by country. So I think there should be some differences, depends on the region and country as well. And then there is a big jump from 2005 to 2019. Not all Asian countries have rich financial and human resources. This is why innovation is essential. We have to graduate from digitalization of healthcare and move forward to digital in health, which put the person at the center. Please expect the World Bank's report on digital in health is to be published this year. So it's as my conclusion of my presentation, the objective of the age tech is not only to maintain or improve an individual's functioning and independence, but also to facilitate participation of the elderly people and enhance overall well-being and quality of life. Thank you very much for listening. I'm more than happy to talk about more about age tech after this presentation. Thank you very much.